I'm Kori Nicole with Where is the Best TV. How are you all today?
Good and
Hey, good
you.
and you?
I'm good. So just tell me a little bit about your day. Like, what all have you all done?
What today?
hmm
Exactly what we are doing with
This
you.
is it.
This is like our 15th
18 times.
This is it, Corey.
Well, how are you all like loving the interviewing process? Like, is it like, like draining? Are you all even more excited for the anticipation for the show to debut? How are you all feeling?
Yeah, I think I'm excited. I'm more excited now. We haven't seen the show. I think you guys have all watched the show. I'm not sure if you have. So I think it sounds really exciting. We don't know how people are going to perceive us and, how it's actually going to look on screen. So I think I'm really excited now to actually, watch it.
Yeah, I think I'm a little nervous because we haven't watched the show. And then people keep saying, what you let this guy on? Like, what do you mean I let the guy on? What is it about? But that's, I don't know. It is what it is. We'll see how it goes on the 18th of March, I guess.
When you all were first approached with the show idea, what made you decide, like, yes, I definitely want to be a part of this?
Well, for the very reason of think about everything you've ever seen being in America, about Africa, about the continent, You've never seen the kind of lives that we are living. People don't know this part of Africa. People don't know that Africa is not just a jungle. So that was the one part to say, we've got stories to tell. We've got a great side of Africa that we'd like to share with the world. So that was the one part. The other part, of course, was we've mostly had these long careers and to impart a little bit of what we've learned and what we go through in the daily lives. So in order to, with lockdown having happened and, COVID having happened, people had lost so much. People were sitting there. They were so disposed to say to them, there is faith. Look at how we go on about our lives. It can be done. So it's a combination of all those things.
Yeah. I also think that, like I've said 18 times before, that that I think that Africa as a continent has the spotlight on it now, especially when it comes to fashion, when it comes to music.
Yeah.
Music is one of the most exported sounds, I think, right now at the moment. But I think the time that it gets like celebrated or showcased from my perspective is when it's put on a Western stage or on a world stage, not necessarily on a stage that has been cultivated by us for us. So it's nice to be able to have a show like this that shows the creators in different industries, from Swanky, who's a stylist, to Andile, who's a personality, to Kayleigh, who's technically a soccer player, to myself, who's a musician. There's a lot of industries that are growing at a very big rate. We're not as saturated as the other markets in the globe. And I think this is the perfect time to showcase that style, that skill, that swag that we have, as well as the like intellectual property that people are exporting, but it comes from us. It comes from us, and it needs to be told by us and shown by us.
What is something that you all feel that as an individual, as like makes up who you are when going into this project, leaving, do you feel any different? Do you feel that you took something away from this that you elevated from?
I think what I've taken away from it is that we're all the same. It doesn't matter where you come from, your background, who you are. We're all the same people. We all have our ups and downs. We all have our problems in life. And, no one's perfect. Nobody's perfect. And I think that's what I can take away from the show.
For me, I think the amazing thing as well is the group of people that are on the show. We got to really connect on like real levels. I don't think on any other instances I would have been able to sit down with Andile and speak to him about his father and my father and be able to have like a real conversation that genuinely like fed my soul, and I hope it fed your soul too.
I was fed.
You were fed.
You were fed.
I think that's amazing, and I feel like the relationships genuinely were created through the show, and they've lived and they will continue to live because we are grown people, we all have emotions, and we're all exactly the same as you said. And I think if we could resonate with each other as cast members, people watching it at home are going to be able to resonate as well.
Yeah.
I know personally, once I first saw the trailer, I was immediately intrigued. I was like, oh my goodness, I've never seen anything like this, because I personally love reality like shows. Do you all personally love reality shows yourself?
Yeah.
Dude, I stayed up all night. I didn't even tell you this.
Really?
Watching the finale as well as the reunion for Love is Blind.
Love is Blind season 2 or season 1?
Season 2.
Season 2's cap. Season 1
No
is the
way.
best. I
Season
don't know.
2.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
generally don't like reality shows.
Really?
Because
You're
it
missing
feels
out.
like it's so scripted and it feels like there's a lot of acting. So that just turns me off completely.
Other than ours.
I'm getting there. No, obviously I'm getting there. But that's why I enjoyed this reality show and shooting
Yeah.
for Young, Famous and African is because it was real. Everything was 100% real. It was unscripted. You know, you were literally put into a scenario and told to just go with it, and you had to just start speaking, and you know, nothing was scripted, which was really nice.
Yes, I do believe that there are those misconceptions about reality shows sometimes that everything is scripted. So if you all might potentially get any pushback, you know, like from social media or any critics that are like, oh, this is scripted, like how do you all plan to respond to that?
I don't. Oh, sorry.
No, go for it.
Oh,
Go.
I honestly don't think.
Or
it's
even if you all might not respond. Go ahead.
I honestly don't think it's our job description to respond to anything that we're not like comfortable with. I don't think that would be the biggest draw point they would take from watching the show. I think there's a lot of positive stuff that people will be taking from it that would trump any misconceptions or thoughts or ideas that they think it's not real. And I honestly feel like there's no way that they would see it as not real because the chemistry we had, I could feel it. It didn't feel forced with anybody, even some people I didn't get along with. The chemistry was still there. You felt it. It felt genuine when we were shooting it.
Real.
And I think the people that would say, oh, this feels scripted are just haters that just wanted to say something in their backyard.
Yeah.
Because they weren't on the show. You know what I mean? That's honestly what I think. But I don't think we should respond to anything like that because then it puts a negative light on what we're trying to do. And what we're trying to do is inspire. We're trying to showcase our continent. We want to show Ubuntu, which is togetherness and talking about any even if it's not even about scriptness. If they say, oh, Andile, you talk too much, or Nadia, you fake. I don't think that's something that we would want to
Talk too much?
I'm fake.
Is that all you took from that?
I literally said the least.
I'm kidding, but I'm just saying you never know. Because I mean, you're a radio broadcaster, you're good with the jab, you're gifted with the jab, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think that's something that we should hold on to because there's so many more positive things that will come out of this reality show.
Yeah.
You know? Am I making sense?
Yeah. So when the series officially debuts, do you plan on engaging, you know, with fans on social media, like during like Eastern time, Central time, wherever they are in the different parts of the world, or how do you plan on engaging with them?
How you plan on engaging with all your fans, Kayleigh?
I mean,
This is the first for Kayleigh. So.
For me, this is the first time I've ever been on any how can I call it, entertainment or media platform. So I just think I'm gonna need to take it as it comes. When it happens, I'll know. You know, I'm just excited to be part of Young, Famous and African. Anything else that comes from it is just a bonus for me. So yeah, I think it would be amazing to interact with people, you know, get their perceptions, get their feedback on you know, constructive criticism towards me, and I'm just going to take it as it comes. And like you mentioned, with the negativity, there are going to be negative people. 100%, there's always negative people. Yeah. And you just got to take it with a pinch of salt and, you know, not let them determine how your day is going to go. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Dude, can I go?
What do you think was your one of your go ahead. What do you think is one of your most, you know, memorable like moments, like while shooting, or it could have been like while like cameras rolling, or like behind the scenes, it could have just been like a cast effort. What do you think was something like one of the most like memorable moments in the series?
Andile, you must have had a lot.
Yeah, Andile was memorable in himself.
You must have had a lot.
I think for me, it would be the event that I hosted, the all-white event that I hosted, because I had the two beautiful, you know,
baby mamas.
No,
Baby mamas.
no, not baby mamas, but the beautiful mothers of my children.
Baby mamas.
I had them.
Okay, I love that. The beautiful mothers of my children.
Yes, the beautiful mothers of my children.
Yeah.
Not this derogatory, defaming term she's trying to use. So that was memorable, but I think the most memorable would be, you know, taking my youngest son and introducing him to my father, who's late, which was an idea that I'd gotten from Diamond, and I took my entire family. We went to the gravesite and were able to, you know, introduce my youngest one, like Simba. You know, and you remember when Mufasa did the whole Simba thing to the pride? Yeah. It was one of those moments. And Yeah, so I enjoyed that, and I think that sticks with me even now.
Yeah.
Wow, I love that.
I think my most memorable moment was, you'll see it on the show when it releases on the 18th of March, but there was a fight that broke out between all the cast members. I think that for me was the
Was
most
this on the
memorable.
train?
Yeah, we weren't there.
This on the train. Yeah. Oh, you two weren't there.
No.
Yeah, there was a fight that broke out. I think that for me will, yeah, everyone's true personality and
Came
true
out.
character came out. So I can't wait to see that on TV when I finally watch it.
My most memorable moment, I don't remember.
Is car shopping. Going to get the
Shopping.
whip. Zimmer, Zimmer. Who's got the keys to your
To
bimmer?
my Lambo. It was a Lambo truck.
Oh, Lambo truck. There you
Get
go.
it right, Andile.
Get it right.
Get it right.
Now, what is just something that you would want any, aspiring entrepreneur, like artist, actress, model, and entertainment in general, watching you and they're wanting to be in your position? What would you say to them?
There's an age-old saying that speaks to how what you see now has been in years in the process. So what you're seeing now, Nadia, has been added since trying to be a rapper. It's a combination of an entire career that's laid here. 20 years later in the industry, having hosted numerous television shows, continue to do so, radio shows. Young, Famous, and African is the combination of all those things that have come together. So don't ever look at the now and picture yourself and want the now. There's so much work and so much latitude that's gone on before this that you weren't able to see. So don't take a look at the now. What you're seeing now is between all of us, over 100 years of experience. I mean, Annie, who's done over 100 movies, can you believe it?
Yeah.
Swanky Jerry, who started styling just, anybody that would give him a chance. Kanye, who hit fame when she was, 18 years old.
Yeah.
It's a combination of an entire career. That's what this is. So to say I want to be there is the wrong thing. But to watch the story, read the books, read the newspapers, whatever it is that you read, the internet, to see where it all started. I think that's what's key. Young, Famous, and African is just the cherry on the ice cream.
Yes, thank you all so much. I definitely love that advice. And I feel that, as you said, it's not about, the now, it's about the journey, because they don't see behind the scenes of what you all have all been through. But I love that you all are going to be on the show, that we can officially see everything, the glitz and the glamour. And I'm personally excited for that. But thank you all so much for sitting down with me today. I had a pleasure interviewing you, and I hope to see you all soon.
Thank you.
You're beautiful, Kori. Very nice to
you're
meet
gorgeous.
you.
Thank you. You all are too. Thank you.
Thank you.